Howdy, folks. It's Wednesday. It's 8 p.m. on the East Coast. Why do I keep doing that? Every week, I emphasize points with my finger, and I don't understand why, but it's getting on my nerves. So don't let me do that anymore. TJ, this is your responsibility since you're sitting right beside me, right there.
Do not be pointing. Right
That's
there.
right.
I'll get
That's
the
right.
hedge clippers out. It'll be all right.
Yo, whew, yeah, that'll put an end to it in a hurry. So this week at Gear Report, we're going to talk about if we published anything. I'll be honest with you. Did we even publish anything? I think actually we may have had two things that were published. What was the date of the last show? You would think I'd do my homework before the show and understand this. So it was the 11th. So the 12th, we published something. That's why Clover Tech is here, I'm sure. And then on the 14th, and that's about it. So it's been a light week in the publishing department. That means we should have a variety of things to talk about in the second part of the show, which is upcoming reviews.
Sure.
It's going to be exciting, isn't it? All right, let's see who's here already. We've got the always welcoming Gear Report saying hi. Hey, Biatch, that was kind of uncalled for, Honcho. Jacob Perkins says hi. That's nice. No calls to fire Jeff yet. I'm digging that. So, Jacob, good to see you again. It's been a long time, man. How you been? I had to hang out with Jacob yesterday, so that's why I'm kind of poking fun at him there. Buck is here. Hey to you too, Buck. All right. What? Okay, when you say hello from the car, Ghost, I don't want you to type an answer if you're actually in motion, but just please tell me you're not disrespecting us. And you know, Jose, you got to mute if you're going to keep doing it. As long as you're not disrespecting us and joining us from the H3 Chick Hummer, then we're good. But hello, regardless. I'm hoping that you will give us a little bit of background on the new project you have going on. It looked like an exclusive group of tactical folks that you're putting together. So I want to hear about that before the show's over. So maybe you'll get somewhere where you can actually stop and hop in and chat with us. Ghost, going well enough. That's good to hear, Jacob. It is getting colder. I'm not as happy about it as you are. Defense Dad. Oh, Defense Dad. Look at that. He's here. All right. So we made the rounds. We don't have a lot to talk about, but let's dive in and talk about a couple things that were published recently. So share screen and let's go to the tab that has Gear Report. Bam, just like that. And we will look at Clover. You ready?
Not really.
Not really. Well, I'm gonna stall for you for a second because I neglected to have everyone go around and say hi and introduce themselves. So we're going to remove that and we're going to go back to everyone and we'll go around the room. We'll go clockwise. We will start with Thomas, Mr. TJ himself.
Oh, Thomas, you threw me off. TJ Persichetti, down here in Florida. Hi.
What's TJ stand for?
Thomas James.
There you go. All right. There was a method to the madness for
Nobody
one.
calls me Thomas.
I doubt that. I highly doubt that.
Only when I'm in trouble.
Yeah. That I believe. Okay, next.
Guys, JJ or Jose Juan with Gear Report up near the headquarters, maybe about a mile away by the crow's fly, I guess. Always ready and under prepared? Sure.
But you're here, and that's the important part.
There we go.
Ghost, you're in the H3. All right. I'm troubled. We'll just leave it at that. Christopher, would you like to say hello?
Yeah, it's Clover. What's up? I'm upset right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, welcome to my world.
So there's probably going to be no viewers tonight. and it's Jeff's fault.
Mm.
Because in his infinite wisdom, he likes to schedule these shows like 18 months in advance. So when you go in and you're trying to get the links to share, you accidentally get the wrong link because there's 45,000 links, right? And so I shared like December 16th link for whatever reason. It copied the wrong link when I copied and pasted. So
You're
I
just
had to
ahead of
go back.
schedule.
That's why I said, wait. It's because I had to go back into my YouTube community tab and my Facebook page and change all the freaking links. So, but yeah, what's up, everybody? Good week so far? Yes.
Yeah, but I did the exact same thing you did. However, I did the one from last week, so I had to close out and can get back in the real one for this week.
Right. Last week's was interesting.
So we have an opportunity. It appears that if anyone out there would like to participate in the show, and you think you can handle having more than a week or two's worth of links in a list by date to keep track of, in order to know when each show is, let me know. We'll include you in future shows. The bar's really high, but we have room. Things are usually Jeff's fault. That could be true, Mr. Perkins. Yeah. Oh, come on. But okay. So Hacho, before we let our last participant introduce himself, I will address Hacho's comment. What we saw a few weeks ago proved that if Jeff does get canceled, TJ is adept at running the StreamYard back end, and he can take over. So, yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm really voting for that, but I know the show's in good hands. All right, what do you think, Mitch?
Hey, everybody, welcome to Gear Report. I'm coming to you live from Texas, one of the best states there is, much better than that stinky North Carolina. Just wanted to say welcome. Glad you could all show up for our fun little show and have a good time.
Part of that was fake news. Part of it wasn't. I'm going to leave that up to the viewer. You decide what was fake, what wasn't. If you're out there and you haven't left a comment, let us know you're there. We don't know you're there unless you say something. And something I always neglect to do every single time on the show. And then I listen to Clover, I listen to Ghost, or I listen to any of the other people out there on the interwebs, which frankly, I listen to almost no one but those guys. But, I listen to them and they start the show. One of the first things they say is, give us a like or hit the the thumbs up button so that other people will then see the option to join and follow along with the show in their stream. So I'm going to stop talking because we peaked at like 8 people concurrently watching. We're down to 4. So we're going to move into the real content. So apparently the introductions didn't go over too well with people. So now are you ready? Have I stalled long enough for you, Clover? Apparently not. So we're going to go with the latest updates on the Battlewagon 3.
I couldn't find the mute. Sorry.
That's okay. We'll come back to you in a second.
I'm still not ready. Yeah,
this is going to be a quick one. It's really just to let everyone know we got a new page out on the site, and it's still under military vehicles, Battlewagon 3. Now we have a page 2 that's under there in the navigation. The first page was getting a little bit long, and I had it in a chronological order. So you had to scroll to the bottom to see everything, which I thought was cool, right? Because everyone would get to see all the different stuff as they scrolled down. Then I realized if you're sitting there on a phone trying to scroll that whole page, it's going to suck. So I made a new page, and we're doing reverse chronological here. We're going to put the newest updates at the top to make it easier for people, because I want everyone to be happy, right? I'm all about the people here. So I haven't had a chance to update today. I just got back a little while ago from the Humvee Whisperers, and I visited the Battlewagon 3. You patted on the hood, said, "It's all right, baby, but don't go anywhere," which it can't, because the transmission is sitting, on the floor in the shop, not installed, and it's in pieces. So I crawled under the truck today to look at putting some sound and heat insulation on the underbody, on the tunnel that the aft of the engine and the transmission and the transfer case sit in. And what I found is this latest generation of Humvee already has quite a bit of insulation up there. On the earlier models that I had, there wasn't any insulation up there at all. So this was going to be a big deal. And then I get up there, I'm like, oh, there's already a bunch of insulation. So I'll post some pictures of that tomorrow. And then I just went and hung out and talked to James in the shop for a while. So I'm sure he appreciated that since he was trying to get stuff done. And I was just standing there yapping at him. So, all right. So that is about all we have there. If you want to follow the updates on the Battlewagon 3, then that new page is available. Stop sharing. And now we will go to... I shouldn't have stopped sharing because we're going back to the same page, and I will hit back, and then we will...
Do you need a minute now, Jeff? Just asking.
Dude, I need so many minutes. It's not even funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know.
We've had this discussion many times. I've never claimed to be competent. I clicked something wrong there because I was supposed to be going back to the home page. All right. And then, oh, man, it's just a mess. Everything I click goes the wrong place. All right. Now we're at the home page, and we can click on the Craft Holsters Lynx IWB leather holster review.
So was there only 2?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone's mailing it in. I blame myself.
I fell down, dude. I did 2 like just back to back last week, and then I've got some things sitting here. I've got a couple of those quick reviews. Are we still doing those? I've got some things here. I thought, oh man, I can get some pictures and knock out some quick reviews, and I got tied up on some other stuff, and life happened, Links inside the waistband, leather holster. I will say this. Craft Holsters, great company to work with. As far as leather holsters, I can't complain. Brag about their shipping, the way they ship. It's really cool. They're coming out of Slovakia, so you get them, and there's like packing straw in the box, which is unique. It's a unique experience. And they always handwrite me a letter when they send me stuff. It's just cool. I like the experience. But they've got to where they send me stuff that I don't really necessarily like, and that makes for an interesting review. I did wear this multiple times over the course of having it now for a few months or whatever. It has not converted me to inside the waistband. I'm an outside the waistband guy, and then cover garment over that, whether that be untucked t-shirt or jacket or whatever. But as far as the quality of the holster, it's as good as the outside the waistband, the first one that I got from them. Stitching's great, leather's great, the fit outstanding. Especially once you get it on body. I mean, with it being open top, there's really no retention, but once it flexes to your body or whatever, the retention's there pretty good. And something interesting, when I first got this, they sent it to me for my CZ75BD, and then a few weeks ago or so, I picked up the one with the blue grips there, the CZ85B, which just so happens to be virtually an identical frame with exception of a ambidextrous safety, and it fit in there perfectly. So I'm like, cool. I got
it's a twofer.
Yeah, I got a holster that'll fit. I can carry both of these around now if I so choose and want to carry inside waistband, which again I don't particularly care for. But if you're into inside waistband, I don't see where you would have a problem with it.
I'm more of an appendix carry guy. I like having it pointed at my junk so I can live dangerously.
A lot of people are, and I mean, that's a personal, and I mentioned it in this article. Anytime that I write for, holster reviews, I make it known my preference and that you got to pick what's comfortable for you and your body type. And, I'm not going to argue. I actually had, if you scroll down, I think I've got a link to that article for the chest rig from Alien Gear, right?
Yeah.
And I got and maybe there's not, but I got a comment on that video the other day, and a guy was chastising me, telling me I was not wearing that holster right. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, oh man, the way that you have to draw that's awkward. And I'm like, are you the one wearing it and drawing from it? I don't. Seriously, you're telling me that I'm wearing something that's comfortable for me. It's not awkward. And you're telling me that because of the way it looks or something that you know better than me how that feels. So, when I do a holster review, speak to the quality, speak to what I think, of the material and stuff like that to fit, how it wears, how it distributes weight, things like that. But, and that's really where the rating comes from. There's no, maybe a little bit of personal, half a gear, is personal opinion, but outside of that, the rest is just the facts, ma'am.
Yeah, trying to be more objective of how he performed and what he did, even if it's not your style.
Right.
You can still evaluate if it's a good product.
Right, because you may have people out there that are looking to, maybe they've never carried inside waistband, so they have no frame of reference. And so getting a frame of, having somebody that loves inside waistband tell you, oh man, you need to get an inside waistband when you've never wore a holster before, right? And then having multiple perspectives, like somebody that doesn't carry inside waistband going, well, yeah, I don't particularly care for it, might give you pause to try some different things. And honestly, I mean, I think we're all this way. We've got buckets and boxes and drawers and trash bags full of holsters, right? Because we try all different types of things and try new things, and
change gear, different guns, different things that you can hold on to. So yeah,
and different holsters for different things. I mean, I've got certain holsters that, if I go hunting or depending on the clothing I'm wearing or whatever it might be, I mean, I'll change holsters.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Well, we appreciate that tour. I think, I've been talking about blatantly copying what you do with your discussions with manufacturers. With SHOT Show being canceled and a lot of brands, we just don't have an opportunity to talk to them the way we normally would. And I said, instead of just doing a phone call, why don't we do a live broadcast? And Craft Holsters, I think we're going to get something together here shortly.
Nice.
I can't remember how that discussion started. I think they commented on something on Instagram. And I said, by the way, we should get together and do a live broadcast. But then I've had some things happen that have made me unavailable to interact with people. So, hopefully,
that could be cool.
Or maybe next week we'll be able to set that up.
Kind of like a not really like an ad spot, but kind of like a live. Bring in. Yeah, I like that. Add that to the flow of the show. I think that could work.
Yeah, not bringing it into this show, but setting up some additional broadcast, and then so people can interact and ask questions, and they can. So it's kind of like they can do their booth pitch, but then make it a little bit longer, so they can have a little discussion about what's our company, what new stuff do you have coming out, what differentiates you, and some of the deeper things than that consumers wouldn't see. The things we talk about behind the scenes at SHOT Show, we can go ahead and dive into some of that. Just open it up and give everyone kind of a peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I have in mind here. And I haven't figured out a schedule yet. I was just starting to work on that when some other things kind of happened here. So once we get past the next few days, I'll be able to sit down and figure out, do we want to have it'll take feedback from you guys. If anyone on the panel has any thoughts, would you like to be directly involved with any of those? Or, I mean, if anyone wants to set any up, we'll set you up. You can use the Gear Report channel to have those discussions. It doesn't have to all channel through me. Any of you are welcome to drive those online discussions. We can use StreamYard like we're using now and make it pretty, from a technology standpoint, pretty straightforward and easy. And I'm thinking that I'm just going to be kind of opportunistic and try to schedule them a few days out and publish when it's going to be. And it's not going to be like every Monday at 5 we do one, but whenever we have an opportunity, we can align schedules. And it may be that some of them have to happen during typical business hours where people would watch them in replay. But hopefully we can get enough brands in here that we just kind of jam up the channel with a whole bunch of new content. I think that'd be awesome. But we need feedback from the audience, from the folks out there to say, hey, here are brands that I'd like to talk to. It doesn't have to be just gun brands. We can reach out to various types of gear brands along the way. All right, so I think that officially wraps up the recently published reviews section, which means we are headed into reviews that will be published soon. So does anyone have anything you'd like to talk about? Real quick, we can go around the room.
Still working on the DBX57 from Diamondback. Still having a ball with that. I've got the gun grips getting ready to be finished up. Going to get a few pictures together, and Savage 110 tactical.
Excellent.
6.5. Need a couple of good days.
Yep.
Need a couple of good days
Cool.
to shoot. That's about it.
That sounds good. We'll look forward to all of those. I think that Savage is a pretty cool rifle. I'm sure people are looking forward to seeing that. But that DBX57 is pretty exciting, and you're one of the first people in the world to get your hands on one. So
everybody loved it. Everybody wanted to shoot it at the range. Like, back off. I said, ammo's $1.60 round.
Right, dude. But you could pay for new ammo pretty quickly. Hey, $5 a shot.
I'll think about it next time. This weekend I'm going again.
Yeah, I mean, because literally, $5 to get to shoot that gun they've never shot before. There'd probably be people here's a 20, bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, I changed. I took the EOTech off of it and I put a more reasonable red dot on. I put the Swamp Fox on it, so it looks a little more normal now.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Yeah, I'm putting in the pictures for the upgrade to one of our rifles and kind of a little bit of a build of parts that we had. We did an upgrade of a bolt carrier group to our left-handed Gibbs Arms upper receiver with Toolcraft nickel boron coated left-handed bolt carrier group that is you can purchase it over at Palmetto State Armory, and that should be coming up pretty soon. It's going to be like a quick review, some pictures and stuff, so fairly fast. So look forward to it.
Awesome. Yeah. I'd say I can't wait, but I understand we have to. So, it is what it is. I'm not happy about it, but we'll wait as long as we have to. All right.
So I got in. I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but I got in that AL-22 9-shot 22 long rifle revolver from Rock Island Armory Saturday. Picked it up Saturday. And I didn't know it was here, I don't think, until Thursday. So I don't think I mentioned it last Wednesday, but working on that, so that'll be coming up. And then I have the Quickie review. I've got a Molly admin pouch, and so you could hold pins in there, you could hold business cards, you could hold markers, you could hold a stapler and staples, you could hold the sky's the limit with the thing. I mean, medical supplies even. So my thought for the quick review,
could you carry beef jerky?
You could carry anything you could jam into that little bag. So yeah, beef jerky, your pipe tobacco and pipes, whatever it might be. So
pocket cheese.
Right. And so
backpack pizza.
My goal with that, because the Quickie reviews are picture rich,
Yeah.
So my goal with that, if I can get back on track with it, is to rig that little pouch out with several different ideas of what you can put in it, what you can do, and just, Quickie reviews are just that. So
Nice.
it's a Molly zippered pouch that attaches to the Molly straps on your backpack or your bag to give you extra storage. It's really that simple. Not anything
Cool.
grandiose. It doesn't have flashing lights and bells and whistles and wiggy doos and flux capacitors. So
Interesting. All right. Well, thank you, sir, for sharing that. Let's see. This is interesting. So I want to ask, did you guys know that Greyhound did shipping?
absolutely.
So now you tell me.
Yeah, I've heard of it before, but
Nobody told me this before. This is baffling to me that he's talking about an ECV radiator shroud is a Humvee part. It's a plastic surround that goes around the fan on the radiator at the front of a Humvee. The whole part, while it's large, it probably that's funny. He saw it on YouTube. Well, now we know. The whole part may weigh, I don't know, if it's 10 pounds, I'd be shocked. But it's large, it's bulky. 1,600.
Wow.
yeah, I think Jeff got frozen.
Oh,
There
did
he
I? Am I
No, you're
back?
good.
He's back now. He's back.
You're back.
Awesome.
He was
I was
talking
close.
bad about Big FedEx, and
Yeah,
they tried to shut him
7.7
down.
pounds.
Yep, they were shutting him down.
Yep. Yeah, can't talk about the man. All right, I'm going to ruin something for you guys, by the way. If you look at the FedEx logo, is it the E and the X at the end? They have engineered it so it has an arrow pointing to one side, like from the E to the X. So look at the FedEx logo next time you see it. You'll see that. You'll never be able to see the FedEx logo without seeing that arrow again. So it's not quite an earworm, but it'll give you something that every time you see it, you'll think of me. Hopefully it won't be too bad. But
Old news.
yeah, well, for some people, I'm sure. But anyhow, I'm going to have to look up how to figure that out because I've been shipping a bunch of Humvee parts that can get expensive. And that looks like a good way to save a little money. And that's one of the key tenets of Gear Report is we want to help people have a better time with what they're doing and help them save money while they're doing it, because those are both pretty cool things.
I shipped a toolbox one, like an upper, the upper cabinet to, big, huge, like mechanics set thing, not like a little tote around box. But yeah, I shipped back when I quit mechanicking. It's one of the things, no sense in having a $12,000 toolbox. So ended up selling, parting all that out. And that's the top piece. That's how it's shipped. I had to, I think it's like a 45-minute drive or something to the Greyhound, closest Greyhound place here. But yeah, drove there, put it on a bus, and the guy picked it up on the other end.
Cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try that.
I
had no idea.
Kind of on the same lines. I think you can do the same thing with the train. Ship stuff through the train.
Mm-hmm.
So the Greyhound stuff, when it shows up, does it smell like pot?
It smells like exhaust, I'm sure, because it rides underneath the
on the belly of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a toolbox anyway. It already smelled like grease and gas and diesel, and so it just added to the ambiance. I should have charged.
Smells like freedom.
Right?
Yeah, I hear you. All right, Mitch, do you have an admin pouch you'd like to talk about?
An admin pouch?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what Clover just talked about.
Oh, I have one Tigris. I guess they call it a chest placard. It's basically a chest rig for magazines. Quick review coming out on that. The gun grips for my 1911 and the extra carry magazine carrier inside your pocket. So those are all queued up, ready to launch.
Awesome. Like really close to go, you mean?
Yeah, pretty close. Pictures.
Good. Well, I'm looking forward to it because I have been non-productive, and I'm going to remain non-productive for at least the next couple of days. So time for some of you other people to step up and take up my slack because someone needs to. Yeah.
Step up or step off.
Yeah, we could go with that. All right, so we have gone 30 minutes and a few seconds. We've covered everything that we officially had on the agenda. This is unheard of. I don't know what to do. You were never done on time, so
we say goodbye and
do
yeah.
we?
I don't know what to do with my hands. What do I do with my
I put them under. I put them under my arms like this, and then I smell of them like this.
I got one. I got one that we can do real quick. Good idea for those adventurous people. So as you can see over here behind me, we have the reloading station at the second Gear Report headquarters, I guess. And because of this craziness of not finding ammo and everything, I've been doing a lot, reloading again. I had a whole bunch of components saved up for the past couple of years where I didn't need to reload, so I'm sitting down at the bench again and cranking the lever a little bit. But one of the things that we all have to deal with is the primer pocket and a lot of the crimp primer pockets for the 223 or other ammo. And guys,
all right, pause for a second. Clover, what's he allowed to do and what's he not allowed to do?
He's fine as long as he doesn't handle a firearm.
Okay,
no
good.
firearm.
Just
So,
checking.
because we deal with this, there's a whole bunch of really expensive ways of taking or getting rid of the crimp on it. Some of them are the famous rimmers, that you just go over and rim it. Of course, you can put on a drill and do it that way. But if for some reason that loses its sharpness, or you're done, or do not have one, or a swedger, if you all have the regular aluminum bolts, the screws that are self-tapping, all right, you can actually cut it in half and just use the rod, and you can put it on your drill, okay, and that works perfect for getting rid of that crimp rim. There you go. A really cheap, super efficient way of dealing with your crimps.
All right.
What size self-tapping did you say that was?
Those are the heavier ones. I think they're about a 1/4 inch. You can find the bigger diameter self-tapping screws. Right. And remember that the screw itself doesn't have to go into the primer pocket at all. It's just removing that first ring on the primer pocket, so the new primer will go in without getting messed up.
Yeah, it's putting a bevel on it, basically.
Yeah, correct. That's it. And really, it has just about the same kind of bevel that the reamer has. So
yeah, interesting.
If I hold them over here for you guys, you can see, that it has kind of like the same kind of bevel to it. So it works excellent. So. And
I got away from any brass that required that a long time ago. I sold it to suckers and got me some stuff that I didn't have to do that. I mean, I've got all the stuff to do it. I've got the Dillon swedger and all that.
Yeah. Really, the swedging is probably the better way to do it. But if you don't have a swedger, I just sit down over here with a drill and go to town with the removing the crimps on them.
Or a drill press. You can pick up a little drill press at like Harbor Freight or something like that. Really reasonable, And then you're not two-handed with a drill. You know what I mean? You can just stick it up there.
Yeah, that's true.
Drill it. Go to the next one.
Yeah. Well, that was my good idea for today. Hope it helps anybody.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Never heard that one before, so that's
cool. Pretty cool. Let's go to another kind of DIY potential thing here that I need some help with. So you see, I've got a new shirt This is one of the shirts I got from First Tactical. They outfitted Gear Report for what was it, the NRA show in 2016, and then again once or twice for SHOT Show. They kicked in some more shirts, and they did the fancy embroidered logo. It was our old logo. So I thought, you know what? I picked up this shirt a year or three ago, maybe 2 years ago, on clearance at First Tactical. It was like $5. And it's an awesome, ripstop, heavy duty shirt. I just haven't had anything like, well, I bought it because it was cheap. I'm sure I'll do something with it eventually. And now that I've got the vinyl cutter and have been playing around with some heat transfer vinyl, I said, you know what? Let me see how this works. And the vinyl did not like going on this really tight weave, but it got on there eventually. I think it looks pretty cool. And I've also done some t-shirts. If you follow us on any new social media like Parler or MeWe or the communist run other alternatives, then you will have noticed a few other types of designs that I've put up. And they've all been kind of functional. I got a couple t-shirts with Humvees and I did a Hobie Cat on one for some sailing stuff. But I really need cool ideas. So if you have thoughts on, even if it's just funny, sarcastic, themed, I don't really care. Let's keep it kind of PG, but share them in the comments, send them in an email, post them on one of our social media accounts. Let me know. I have the equipment. I have been through Amazon Vine. I have requested almost every single type of heat transfer vinyl that they've made available. The only one I didn't get is 12 square feet of like a little lighter than a navy blue, glitter infused. I passed on that one. I'm sorry, Jose. I know.
Yeah, disappointed now.
Yeah. I did get the rainbow glitter heat transfer vinyl though. So whatever ideas you have, we got all different kinds. Let's make some stuff. All right. I just need ideas. Yeah, I'm glad you do. We're down to 2 viewers, so I think we're the only ones, you and I. Everyone else is like, screw this. I wanted to hear about outdoor gear. So send me your outdoor gear themed shirt ideas or whatever. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we shut this one down?
No, just good luck finding ammo if you're looking for ammo.
Yeah, it's the truth.
I've been here all over the place. A whole bunch of friends from work, and everybody's like, "Hey, have you seen? Do you know somebody that has?" So it's really interesting. Everybody trying to look for ammo all over the place, and the very little that they might find is crazy expensive. So yeah.
Did you tell me earlier today that your friend, the cheapest he could find 308 was $2 a round?
Yeah, somewhere about there. Yeah, and I'm sure that he's looking for less bulk, quantities. He's been looking for the boxes of 20, boxes of 40, or something like that, and those are a little bit more specialized for hunting and things. Considering the time right now, going to the hunting season or being in the hunting season, so everything that he's found has been around the $2 a round or more.
Yeah. So next time you tell me about someone like that, tell me that before you ask if I have any 308 and how much it'll cost. Okay.
Well, I figured that
I told him $1 a round, and then you said, "Oh, the cheapest he could find was $2," and I was like, "Oh, that means I just left money on the table."
Well,
I'm not going to retire on this.
I know. Yes and no. Remember that where you're, the stuff that you offered is the military surplus, ball ammo, crappy stuff. Nobody really is going to go hunting with it, but it'll do the job.
Yeah.
So that's where the difference is made. But you could still charge a little bit more. I got somebody else interested too, so I'll let you know.
Good. And I may have some limited hunting rounds available. And for anyone out there who's like, "Oh, you have ammo?" No, Jose Juan is a mile from me, and he can come over and I can hand a box to him. I'm not shipping ammo across state lines and having the Gestapo from California come after me. Although if someone throws enough money my direction, who knows? But except for California, I won't do anything illegal, But we'll yeah. For local people who are friendly, I may share some of my private stash. In addition to the ammo stockpile that I plan on retiring when I sell.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, everyone. You have squandered another 40 minutes of your life. We appreciate you squandering it with us. We'll see you again next week at the very inconveniently scheduled in advance time of 8 p.m. Eastern on the East Coast, of course, on Wednesday. Until then, we'll see you at the range.
See you at the range.